Ready, set, go. What's up, everybody? Al here. I'm sorry it took so long to get to this, but I promised you this a while back. So let's show you guys Zoo Magician, a deck that'll be pretty damn good versus around Nats time. I want to do with dual videos and stuff to show you what it can do, because it's kind of hard to explain the amount of 3+ this deck gets. But right now, let's just get into deck profile.
Yeah, try and explain like some of these cards, because you know they're all in Japanese, because Albert White's in Japan, so we just got 3 structure decks.
These cards are ridiculous, and we're getting these in maximum prices, by the way. So start off with 3 Iris Magician.
So what does that card do?
That card, pretty much its main effect is when it's destroyed, and it can destroy itself too, but its main effect, no matter what, when it's destroyed, it starts a Pendulum Graph, which we'll get to the Pendulum Graph cards later. But there's one Pendulum Graph that allows you to search your deck for a Magician every time a Magician leaves your field. And there's another one that you can destroy one card you control, one card your opponent controls. But if, let's say, you protect the card you control with Start Time Magician, or your opponent MSTs it or something, you still blow up their card. So it's pretty broken.
So this guy can like search, he can search spell cards and search other cards.
Yeah.
And he can search trap cards.
Then move on to Black Fang Magician, 3 of it. This thing, when it's destroyed, you get to special summon a Magician from your grave. So you do actually summon a Tuning Magician turn 1. Since you don't use normal summon most of the time, you search the Joker. And then if this card is in your scale, you can search off a Joker, for example. Have it be destroyed and special summon back with your detached with the Star Time.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Then you have 3 Violet Poison. This is even being played by Metal Foes in OCG. Its effect is when it's destroyed. First off, this is pretty much Zoodiac Whiplash. You can destroy it to give one of your monsters 1200 attack during a battle phase.
Ooh, nice.
And when this card's destroyed, you pop a face-up card on the field. So you can use this with Pendulum Graph of Space Time. Blow this up. Blow up 2 of your opponent's cards.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
And then the last new Magician, 3 Tuning Magician. This card's beyond broken. This is a level 4 tuner that when it's special summon, it can't be special summoned from your extra deck, but when it's special summoned from your hand, you special summon Magician from your deck. So you get an auto rank 4 and an auto level 8.
Yeah, I mean the whole you can't summon from your extra deck is a bit of a drawback, but I mean you can have Oath Dragon and you just add it back to your hand. Like,
this is the OTK card.
Yeah.
Like let's say
that didn't come in the structure deck, but I don't know why. But
this is probably going to be Secret Rare Maximum Crisis.
Yeah.
Calling it now.
If we're getting like the entire structure deck in Maximum Crisis, because they put out an article saying that we're gonna get like these guys, like the personified versions of the dragons.
There's
so that's
one
like
more.
In this
There's a Clear Wing one, but I prefer this to Clear Wing because it's also a tuner. And the Clear Wing one, when it with the monster that's special summon off this, if you use the monster for a synchro, the monster's banished. But the Clear Wing one banishes herself when you use it for a synchro. So I'd honestly rather banish other monster.
Yeah. Also, if you extra Zeo, it doesn't get banished.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was counting up if they actually just used all the import slots to like import all these guys.
It's all 10 spots.
Yeah. Not including this, it would be 9. So like this would probably be like the 10th import if they did that.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Why import another random 1 card? Unless it's Hiroko. Hiroko's the only random card that makes sense.
Yeah, but Hiroko is the new Never Disc. We're not going to get in time for it to be good.
And we're moving on to the cards in English. 1 Oath Dragon. I was thinking of bumping this up to 2. This thing it's really stupid. What you could do originally.
I mean, add this back.
Get that back from extra deck, or you can get this back from extra deck.
Yeah, like it's like this. You play this to get those guys.
That helps your rank 4 plays, like with this and this.
Yeah.
And then,
hopefully we get more of that, because I don't want to just bring out my only wisdom with Tuning Magician.
God, I'd actually love if there's something more than 1.
If it was at 2 or 3, it'd be disgusting.
And 1 Joker, signed by the Yugioh voice actor at Nats this past year.
Albert, no one cares about signed cards in card games. They're worthless.
I'm sorry, I just have to brag. It's my center of the deck.
Albert, I have like a anniversary pack, mint condition, Blue Eyes White Dragon, signed by the voice actor of Kaiba, and nobody cares. Nobody's like, wow, that looks so cool. Nobody thinks it's more valuable. I don't know why in this card game no one likes signed cards, but like in stuff like Magic or like baseball cards or Vice Wars, like the signature is like, whoa, oh my god, it's insane.
So the next 2 cards, pick these up now, people. They're super cheap.
Yeah, these cards are great.
Draconia and Perform Out King Bear. Since it's a Zoodiac deck, you can use Broad Bull to search either one of these, which automatically gives you a free Pendulum Summon 90% of the time.
Yeah, if you decide to play 2 Broad Bulls, which it's going to be pretty expensive, but if you play 2 Broad Bulls, when you do the Rat Pier combo, you can just search an entire scale. So it just becomes like a scout or like a monkey board.
If you want to play Magician Zoo, you want to play Metalfoes Zoo, you need both of these cards. So pick them both up now. This is 40 cents. This is $5 for the holo, but it's like 20 cents for the rare. So either way, pick up both of these cards.
Yeah, King Bear is also good because if you play like a 4-pound Pendulum Sorcerer, like he's another target. And this card works great with Astrograph Magician because like when you Pendulum Sorcerer, you blow up your scales, you add this, and like you get rid of your Astrograph Sorcerer or something, and then you activate this in your scale, and then on the end phase, you blow it up and you add back the Astrograph Sorcerer. So you can do it on your opponent's turn, or you can just do it again. So like your recycles like key cards.
Then you play the obligatory Luster.
Yep.
The reason why this is so good in this deck is because let's spend them graph of space-time. When a Magician leaves your field, you search a Magician. So you put this in your scale with Magician, blow up the Magician, and then you get 2 searches, one off of space-time, one off of Luster.
Oh, and by the time we get Maximum Crisis, we'll get a card that literally just searches that out.
Yeah,
so that's going to be disgusting. Yeah,
and then you also search out any of the Pendulum Graphs, any Pendulum Call, search out
Iris
Magician.
Odd Eyes,
this deck just gets broken. You don't even need Zoodiac by the time we get and Zoodiac makes it better, but like
if we still have this guy at 2, and if we still have this guy at 3 by the time this deck comes out, yeah, you're gonna want to play it. But
speaking of this guy, let's put out the whole Zoodiac.
The strongest monster Konami's gonna release in 2017. Everybody.
So the 3 Rat, that's very obvious, and 2 Whiplash. Most people do 1 Whiplash, 1 Thoroughblade. I thought this was better because this helps promote OTKs more. Because the more you have in your hand, you can boost 2400.
So I'm assuming the reason why you would play the Whiplash instead of just using the search for the King Bear and the Dragonia guy is, I'm assuming like if they kill the Drancia, you put the 2 Rapiers back in your deck with the Dagos Normal play.
Yeah.
So that way you just normal summon this and then you can do the combo again.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that why you do that?
It's honestly like having more. You need more than just a Rat because this and having any more, even if it's 2 of this, 2 Thoroughblades, 1 of each, these allow you to do the combo in case you get stopped early on.
Alright. Also, like, she's D Warrior Lady, and you can equip her to Drancia, like, whenever you want. So it's a great, like, way to, like trap your opponent.
The last 2 cards, Max Z, no explanation.
I hate that card. I hate that card. I hate that card. We'll get to it when we get to my deck profile, but I hate that card.
We're moving on to 3 Pendulum Graph of Ages. This thing is really good. Your opponent doesn't want to hit your scales anymore, because the second that they hit your scales, they give you a search and then you get free plays next turn. So most people go after this, which allows you to have free Pendulum summons.
The only bummer is that it has to be Magicians that leave the field, so it can be a little awkward considering how you're playing like all these different Pendulum cards. But like, yeah, that card's pretty good.
It's a really good
because it gets the Wisdom Eye, and like you can actually like use it.
Then,
or you couldn't with Pendulum Call.
3 Zoodiac Mirage. This thing starts the combo. Like legit, if you start with this, you can summon 3 Xyz monsters and a Joker. Or no, 3 Xyz monsters at your normal summon, and then use your normal summon for Joker.
Nice.
So that's just all 3 off of this 1 card.
Yeah, Barrage is one of the best
honestly, I think it's better than Momo Rat.
Cards.
It gives you so many options that's like just a card shouldn't. Then 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and moving into the next format, artifacts gonna be really heavy, so might as well have the out to the artifacts.
I mean, it lets you just blind MST against like artifact decks, because like if you hit their Sanctum, it's not a big deal. Well, I mean, it's still a big deal because it's some of the side, but at least you won't like also lose a card when you do it.
This is like better to hit the mainly Scythe and sometimes
like you don't want a Twin Twister, a Barrage, or a Tanky. Like you don't want to give up 2 cards to stop 1. So Cosmic Cyclone is good because it's just a 1-for-1 like negate, and it works against Pendulums too.
The last thing is Pendulum Call. Sometimes drawing multiple Ages or Barrage can be dead, so you discard them for this and then get free plays.
Yeah, actually, with the new Duelist Alliance card, that you can just search that, and I feel like that card at 1 is probably better than at 3, because like it doesn't clog your draws, but when you need it,
when you draw it,
you can get
good.
It. Like you have it when you need it, but you don't have like extra copies for when you don't need it. So like having it at 1 is actually pretty good.
And then the last cards, you have 3 D-Barrier, the MVP of the next format, and then 2 Pendulum Graph of Space Time. This thing's ridiculous. This is what I said before. Target 1 card you control, 1 card your opponent controls, and blow them both up. But if the Magician, you have to target 1 of your Magicians, sorry. But if the Magician you target stays on the field or is removed from the field by like MST or something, you only blow up your opponent's card.
Nice.
So either way, you're blowing up your opponent's card. And the condition of having a Magician on the field needs to be met, though. That's all you need for this card to be activated.
Alright, so that's the main deck. How many cards is that?
It's 40.
Okay.
And now we're moving on to the extra. So, start off 2 Dryden, 2 Broadbull, 1 Tigress, 1 Borbo.
So why since you're just splashing in the Zoodiac engine, why are you playing like 2 of these guys?
Because of Emerald, which I honestly want to run a second Emerald. Emerald allows you to recycle the rats and stuff, so you can do it again. So on your next turn, you have these. They like search the Whiplash or just another scale or whatever you need, and then you have another Drantia just to bypass stuff that they can throw at you further.
So you're just like, this is like how you slim it down so you can do the combo twice?
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much. Like sometimes I want a third one of this, but second one of this, but it's not really needed in certain situations.
I mean, it must be a pretty tight extra deck.
Oh, it is. I think they have 1 super open spot. You want 2 of this. I've never seen people run 3. I've seen some people run 1, but I think it's way too important. You can search any Dark Spellcaster, including Exodia, for anybody that wants to run Exodia.
Whoa.
But yeah, and then
can you like also search Alester the Invoke?
Yes, you can.
Hey, there's a combo there with 2 Magician.
And if any card, any Magician on your side of the field will be destroyed, you can send a Magician from your deck to the graveyard instead.
So I'm assuming it combos with that trap card?
Yes,
right
you do that. Like you target a Magician you control, and you cannot protect itself though. That's the one thing.
Okay.
But you target a Magician in your scale, and then 1 card your opponent controls. Then you use the effect to send a Magician from your deck to the graveyard, and so you only blow up your opponent's card.
Nice.
And then if you, let's say you do that when you have the, or no, you wouldn't want to do a Violet Poison, but this with Violet Poison is great because you can blow up any card your opponent controls and then 1 face-up card Violet Poison.
Alright, sounds pretty good. You can also search the Sorcerers, right? He's like the only way you can like search those cards.
Yeah, because they're Dark Spellcasters.
Okay.
Then the Utopias, because you need a way to get past Masterpiece. And not like I'm going to be playing against anybody with Masterpiece in TCG for another like 4 months, but this is one of the outs of Masterpiece.
Alright, nice.
For those that don't know, Masterpiece is pretty much towers. 1 Castel, I honestly want to change this to Direwolf. I just don't own a Direwolf, but like this card is decent.
Yeah, and with Direwolf it's good because you can target like your Dryden, and then like one of their face down sets, and then you can just pop them both off.
Sets are the biggest threat to this deck, so that's the reason why I've started to notice Direwolf would be way better than this.
Yeah, I mean Castel is really good, but like being able to hit like set solemn strikes, stuff like that is very important.
Then you have 1 Emerald. This is legit. Might as well just be a Zoodiac Xyz at this point because it's so crucial to actually playing the deck that like you just need.
Yeah, just by doing the Zoodiac combo, Emerald is live, so you just get a free draw.
Yeah,
which is
you
great.
go through like 4 cards I think in the Zoodiac combo.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like it sets you up to do the combo again next turn, which is insane.
The last 3 cards, Scarrite, which the main reason for running this is because you can very easily set up OTKs, so you can finish off the potential OTK by summoning this, then you just have 3,000 more on board to OTK. Ignister because you're running a Pendulum deck and Ignister's just great. And then Enlightenment Paladin, a lot of people run Omega over this, but I gave my Omega to a dear friend as a Christmas present. So I put this in because this effect can be active in this deck, which is not active in other decks, and it pretty much has the effect of an uneroded Demock. So like, let's say I have Raigeki in Grave and I already used it, then I go summon this, I can add Raigeki back in my hand, and then nuke their field again.
Yeah, that's useful. You can also like recycle stuff like Pendulum Calls and like Zoodiac Barrages and other like powerful spells like that.
So, yeah, that's the...
or like you can recycle Duelist Advent or Alliance,
that's
which
true,
is also
actually.
insane.
Just got free searches. So, yeah, last card in the deck, 15 card extra, 40 card main. I promise you guys that. Next up, I will come up with a good build for Zoodiac Metalfoes. Mr. Pat currently filming as a build for that. Maybe I'll just copy his build and do a deck profile with it.
Yeah,
but
all we have to do is just get a hold of those cards, which is not going to be easy, but we'll try.
So, thank you for watching, and we're coming for you, PewDiePie, but not until after Pat's deck profile.
Okay, alright, see ya.